are going to do the Solar Plexus Chakra Healing Spread. I just wanted to tell you guys a little bit about the Solar Plexus because I didn't know a lot about chakras when I first started awakening, and I didn't realize how connected everything really was. So the Solar Plexus is in your stomach. The Solar Plexus rules over your inner knowledge, your power, and your discipline. So like an affirmation for Solar Plexus is actually, I feel my own power. Physically, your Solar Plexus rules over your digestion and your metabolism. If you want to balance your Solar Plexus and you have some essential oils, some of the essential oils that are Solar Plexus oils are fennel, sandalwood, juniper, lemon, and grapefruit. And then some of the stones are pyrite, citron, this is a giant citron stone right here. Which citron is also the money stone. And I was hanging up one of my dream catchers and one of the feathers fell off, but it was a yellow feather, so I figured that we would put it here with your reading. Tiger's eye and amber. And then if you guys are into yoga, if you want to just kind of like work on your solar plexus, the yoga is a really good way to get your chakras aligned. So boat pose and plank pose, like plank, the one you work out, that's really good for your solar plexus. So a lot of people, know if they feel out of balance, but they don't know the specifics to which chakra. So I just wanted to run through what a balanced solar plexus is versus an unbalanced solar plexus. So balanced solar plexus, you have like a sense of empowerment. You're confident, you've got self-love, you're doing self-love activities, you're actively working towards life purpose, you're motivated, you're at peace with where you are in life. You take responsibility for your decisions, for what you say, for how you make other people feel. You have improved digestion. I know this might be making you guys awkward. And then you have like a really healthy immune system. Just things are, there's a flow to things within your body. An unbalanced solar plexus can be low self-esteem, low confidence, no sense of purpose, like kind of feeling like you're just aimlessly like wandering, getting up to work, to go to bed, that's all you're doing, and it's got you very unmotivated. There's probably a lot of pent-up anger, anxiety, insecurity is huge with a out of balance solar plexus, low metabolism, fatigue, poor digestion, and then there's like liver problems, and then people when they're depressed, a lot of people drink, so that plays into the liver, so that's actually playing into the lack of balance in the solar plexus. So like some really easy ways to try to fix your solar plexus or kind of rebalance it: color therapy, eating yellow, wearing yellow. If you meditate and you visualize warm yellow energy all around your body while you're meditating. And then the sound therapy for the solar plexus is 320, which means that this sacral chakra was 322. I remember being weird about that. And also being around fire is really good. So if you can be an actual fire, awesome. But if you can't, just meditate with candles around you. And yeah, so I just I really wanted to provide a little more information than just like the card reading. For whatever reason, I'm being guided to give more information than less. So I'm always going to include when the reading starts, because I'm noticing that the intro videos of mine are getting longer, but Spirit is telling me to, and as I looked up at the clock, it's 3:22 a.m. and it was 22 at 22 seconds, so apparently, and then I looked here, it's 33. So I'm doing what they want. I'm following suit. But yeah, if you guys are still here, here's the reading, and I hope that we can get things balanced. What's up, Pisces? So today we are going to do the Solar Plexus Chakra Healing Spread. Let's see what we've got in store for you guys. I ask my guides, my galactic guardians, my angels, my archangels, and my ancestors, please help me to set my ego aside and allow me to become a conduit for you to come through and give Pisces the message that they need for their highest good. Thank you, thank you, thank you. What are you doing over there, chickies? Alright, the first card is going to represent where your solar plexus is right now. There's a, hold on guys, sorry. There's a disconnect with your higher self right now. You're second guessing what you know. For instance, like when I first started getting into tarot and realizing that I wanted to do this at a larger level, on a larger scale, rather than just me in my room alone. So, I thought about this for about, I think it was about August that I came into the realization that it would be a part of my life for the rest of my life. But when I first began, it was hard for me to trust the intuitive messages that I got. Sorry, guys. It was hard for me to trust the intuitive messages that I got. And I would second guess what I know now to be, in my mind, it's stone fact. Like there are certain things that I just know without a doubt. And that knowing with no idea of where it came from was a disconnect for me for a long time, because I didn't understand. I mean, I we're conditioned in that, okay, there's this knowledge is here. We learned this from this. Like there's an ability to track where you learn things. So if you aren't able to track it, or it's not in a book, or however it is with our society these days, it's really easy for us to fall into this facade of our higher self not being real, when in reality, this is how it truly is, where we're just surrounded by our ancestors and our guides. This is truly what reality is. And there's a disconnect with that right now. How can Pisces better use their logic towards aligning this solar plexus, please? Your inner child is holding on to some conditioned ideals that no longer serve you. The way this child is holding on to the rhinoceros. And when you think about it, a child with a rhinoceros is pretty dangerous, right? You could just roll over and kill the child type of thing. It's very... It's not... conducive to the child's health, and that lack of forgiveness with whatever it is that you're holding on to. This is going to be different for everybody, obviously. That's keeping you disconnected from your higher self and from your guides. And these are both third eye cards. So there's a need for forgiveness. There's a need to really look at what you hold as solid fact and what your reality is and what serves you and what thoughts no longer serve you. What's the best way that Pisces can be proactive in this? Realize that there are some things that aren't going to change, that are in the past. Stop looking to the past, because you're blocking your path that you're supposed to be on. It's the best way for Pisces to balance this chakra, please. Heavy energies. You have to unchain yourself from the guilt that other people have placed on you. This card annoys me so much. This person in the forefront is diligently ironing their clothes, you know, like angel, their halo over their head, but if you can see, she's like shackled, right? Like she's chained. And it's like somebody behind her is holding her accountable, but isn't holding themselves accountable, because if you really fucking look at this card, sorry for my cursing, that's vodka and that's a shot glass. You know what I mean? Like, other people's guilt projected onto you is not your own, and you have to let go of this and see that some people are never going to change. There are some things in the past that you can never change, and you have to let go of that guilt that they've projected onto you and the others around you, because it's got you disconnected from higher self. And Pisces, you're water. Like, that's, you guys are already pretty intuitive, you know? Like, what's going to be the result for Pisces balancing the chakra, please? This is really beautiful, Pisces. So when you are able to finally see that some things are not going to change, some people are not going to change, the past is in the past, and to stop hanging on to guilt that isn't yours, that's just projected onto you, your faith is going to flip from this to this, and you're going to come into this, which is where, look at, your guides are literally handing you a key to open the door to your abundance, your happiness. Whatever you want lies behind that door, and all it is taking stock of what has been in your life, focusing on what no longer serves you, the thoughts, the ideas, the projections, maybe the people. And I mean, you have to be brutally honest with yourself about this, because sometimes it's not easy to be brutally honest about the people around us, or the things that we've been conditioned to that makes us, even though it doesn't serve us anymore, even if it's just a thought process or a mindset, sometimes those mindsets, even if it's a fear mindset, something that's keeping us from our abundance, sometimes it feels like this, where we're safe in its arms because we know what to expect, even if it's misery. But that's not good for anybody. And the first step to that is realizing that you have the chance to change it on your own. You don't need anybody else to do that for you. I mean, you're going through it a little bit. It sounds like there's a little bit of like soul work that's being done this retrograde, but if you do the work and you face that, you're gonna get that key to the door. And this is where everything you want is, you know, and that's, I'm not talking about materially, I'm talking about, this is speaking in regards to a mindset, that door opens a mindset. It's really beautiful though, Pisces. Okay, so I'm going to pull a sacred geometry activations card for you guys. This is for Pisces. Chiquita, what are you doing? What are you doing? Oh. One card for Pisces, please. I usually don't take the cards, but that was like, take it. Okay. Number 10, authority. The frequency of authority reminds us that true authority is powerful, directed, and realized, yet receptive, wise, and loving. Set that right there so you guys can look at the picture. Number 10. The word authority has mostly been used to describe the powers that rule, govern, lead, direct, control, and protect. It has also been closely associated with the powers that dominate, suppress, enforce, demand, and scare us. Authority is about power. True authority is generated by maturity, knowledge, wisdom, experience, and inner balance. This kind of power comes from within, where it is deeply rooted in a solid connection to Source. Externally, this power expresses itself as presence, the ability to be completely in that moment, with full awareness of every aspect of oneself, all senses fully engaged while being completely centered in the heart. Internally, this power steps back to witness, allowing us to perceive and discern without attachment. From all this, a new form of authority arises, one that leads, shares, directs, and conducts with benevolence, grace, compassion, wisdom, and integrity. This kind of authority inspires trust, creation, collaboration, and partnership. It is receptive in nature and expresses the journey inward, where connection with self and Source become one. Green represents the energy that abundantly flows from the heart. Turquoise represents the high heart chakra, sometimes referred to as the thymus chakra, the place where heart and throat energies merge into the loving expression of truth. Gold and yellow represent abundance, truth, enlightenment, and self-realization. In numerology, 3 is considered a catalytic number. It stands for an energy that speeds up or creates a reaction between two unrelated things without necessarily changing itself. And there are many 6s in this image. 6 is associated with harmony, love, and balance, as well as with structure, design, and efficiency. Conceptually, circles stand for everything and nothing at all, balance and infinity, purity and freedom. It's really beautiful, and to me that really kind of describes a Pisces, like purity, what did it say? Infinity, freedom, right? Harmony, love, efficiency. Yeah, that's a perfect card for you guys. Okay, so next we're going to do a Goddess Power Oracle card for Pisces, please. Flew out. Green Terra, Salvation. Show you the card. She kind of reminds me of my little sister, who's actually a Pisces. So she watches this. What's up, little sis? But let's see what Green Terra has to say to us. The divine has intended you into being and given you the assignment to explore life through certain perceived limitations. You are meant to learn about life and all its complexities, especially learning about how to be in community with others. Green Terra, a Tibetan goddess, also known as She Who Saves, says that you will never be alone in life's journey. This compassionate savior goddess of intimate friendship will ensure that the right people will show up for you at the right time. Green Tarot reminds you that as your needs will always be met, you don't always need to know the how, as this is her domain. You just need to trust, and the goddess Green Tarot will use her magic on your behalf. You are safe and secure, and always in the care of the divine. That's a really beautiful message, Pisces. I realize this reading's a little bit shorter, but your guys are pretty on point. So I hope that this helped you guys, and I hope that you're doing okay during the Mercury retrograde. I just got my website launched, so if you guys want to check that out, go for it. All right, Namaslay. Bye-bye.